Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. So I'm in beautiful Costa Rica, specifically in Puerto Viejo, which is the Caribbean side, is in the Caribbean side of Costa Rica. And today I'm super excited to share with you some holistic tips on your new moon. So this is specifically for the ladies out there. But if you're a gentleman and you know a woman in your lives who might be struggling with new moon discomfort, which means menstrual flow discomfort, menstrual cramps, pelvic pain, heavy flow, this video is wonderful for that, and feel free to share that with them. So I've had a lot of experience in the past with dysmenorrhea, painful, heavy flow, and in the past several years have healed that completely to the point that my new moon is far more easeful. Today I wanted to share with you 5 tips to help create a more easeful new moon, I call it moon flow time. My first tip is to really understand the cycle of the moon. I explain about this a lot more in my book, Delicious Healing, so please check that out. I will leave a link to that book down in the description box below. There's a whole chapter in which a huge part of that is about this. And when I say understanding your cycle, I mean that it's important to understand that your new moon, your flow time, is all about inward energy. It's all about rest. So my first tip is to give yourself rest. As much as possible, really try to free up your schedule so that you're not being overstimulated by lots of meetings and parties and outward energy. Really bring it in so that you are truly resting during this time. The second tip I have around the new moon is similar to the first, but I want to be even more specific, which is to reduce screen time. A lot of us are connected to a lot of times our devices, our iPhones, our computers. Our work is really much tied to that. If you can really reduce the amount of time you spend in front of screen, I have seen a huge difference in my menstrual discomfort when I cut down tremendously my screen time. And a lot of my clients and patients have seen the same thing when I recommend that. So really minimize screen time. The third tip I have around new moon time is around your diet. As much as possible, again, bringing rest to your digestion. And that might look for you like different things. For me, eating a raw living foods vegan diet, when it's time for my new moon, I am usually fasting. I do liquids, or I just do hydrating fruits, specific fruits that I'll talk about in a second. That gives my digestion rest to just not put a lot of work into digestion, but frees up the energy to deal with releasing my uterine lining, which is what is happening during our menstrual flow. We are releasing the lining of our uterus. And so if we can free up digestion energy and take that energy into the healing and releasing energy of the new moon, this helps to reduce menstrual discomfort. If you come from a diet that's much more processed or has meat products in it, animal products in it, then for you, maybe fasting is more like cutting out for that period of time animal products or processed food. Even that will feel like a fast in your body. So giving your body digestive rest, giving your body a fast of sorts so that the menstrual flow flows. Related to that, I have found a huge help in cutting down or cutting out my overt fats during this time. I love having healthy, especially omega-3 anti-inflammatory fats in my diet on a regular basis, including hemp seeds, avocados, coconut, durian when I can get it. Healthy nuts and seeds, especially activated nuts and seeds. But during and around my menstrual flow, I really eliminate this, and I have found much more improved ease during that time and way decreased pain during that time. So give this a try. Cut down your fats around your menstrual flow and see what happens. My fourth tip is things that you can do around your new moon time to really help with greater ease. So some tips that I have around that are incorporating pineapple, which is high in bromelain, and papaya, which is high in papain, a digestive enzyme. These two fruits I have found, because of their anti-inflammatory enzymatic processes, help to really decrease new moon discomfort. My fifth and final tip is all about spices and herbs, which I love to incorporate in the way of teas or adding that to some smoothies. So I will give you 2 wonderful herbs and spices to incorporate. There are many more, but I just want to keep it simple today. The first is cinnamon, and the second is ginger. And these two have been shown in studies to really decrease menstrual pain, as well as sometimes the amount of menstrual flow. So this can be incredibly helpful. Doing a little bit of cinnamon, I will just chew cinnamon sticks if and when I'm having menstrual cramps. And also juicing ginger, so juicing the ginger or blending the ginger with some warm water or chamomile tea, and then straining that and drinking that, sipping on that as a hot tonic throughout the day is amazing as an anti-inflammatory and helping the ease of menstrual flow. So those are my 5 tips. Our new moon time, our menstrual flow, is an incredible, powerful time for going within, harnessing our female intuition. And I would love for you to have greater sense of joy around it. And I hope these tips help to do just that. From Costa Rica, from the jungle, I hope you can hear the beautiful nature sounds around me. I send you much ease and much love.